Now, your loser podcasters.
Are we on?
Yes, we are.
All right, sweet deal. So what do we? Three nuts in a beer,
Three nuts and a beer. I got my beer right here.
and I got my beer. Can I go first? Because my wife is super try the beer.
Sure. By
All
all
right, cool.
means.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have me a nice gozy style passion fruit, cherry, hibiscus, and lactose beer. It's called Speak Easy from Commonwealth Brewery Company.
Sounds
Courtesy
a little
of.
complex there. A little complex. Wait, let's see that artwork.
Wait, hold on. So you got Ken, Speak Easy. I don't know what it is. Some like Nantucket looking kind of. Actually, no. Speak
Looks
Easy.
like some crazy vagina, but now
No,
actually
it's
I'm
not.
starting to see
It's a
the
mask.
it's a mask. Yeah, it's a mask. It's a
Like
crazy,
like if you go to
forehead
Mardi Gras, like
vagina, and then if you turn it, it's a mask.
yeah, oh, but it's definitely a mask. You just can't really see
It,
it. I'll peel it off after.
The funny thing is that when you put it to your face, it actually matches, your big vagina face.
So I'm gonna go ahead and crack Commonwealth Brewing, which is out of Virginia Beach.
Oh,
Stuff,
where'd you get
brother.
that? How'd you get that one? Did you trade?
Right here, baby. Right here.
Oh,
You
that's
know about
right.
that? You know about that.
Yeah, Union Beer Store.
Yeah. Oh, this is a beer store out of Little Havana. This is a Gozy from Virginia Beach, Virginia. And I'm located in Miami Beach. You are all the way in California. So before I crack open my beer, what you want to go over yours? Because I'm interested in knowing what you got there.
Yeah, well, you see, I go local right here. You got Juice
Juice.
Above the Clouds from Altamont out in Livermore, which is
Is that a
it's
double? 'Cause
actually yeah, it is a double. It's got a double IPA. And it's delicious, bro. Like this one's dangerous. It's a 9%er. Like I said, it's out of Livermore. It's fresh as fuck because it was canned on 4/29. And let's see what it says here. This IPA is 100% two-row malt, 100% mosaic. It's juicy, above the clouds. Little gangstar in there. Hoppy, crystal clear, pillowy soft, not bitter. And in your fucking mouth, the
wait,
hops.
my question is, have you had it before?
Yeah, I had it yesterday.
So you know you're
And
gonna like
this
it.
is exactly why I chose it, because it is
Good. I like the glass. Where's the glass from? Because you know I like to travel to breweries and pick up their glasses. That's cool. Beer matters. What's that say? Something
where.
it does. On the glass. Actually, the glass looks cool. Not
Oh,
the
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 glass
glass.
is from it's called Fremont Brewing. It's out of Washington State.
Pretty cool. Fremont Brew, and it says because beer matters. I love that. Do you know the
Because
name
beer
of that?
matters.
Do you know the name of that type of glass?
It's a yes. The scientific name is glass that looks like a beer can.
That's the scientific name. I don't know if it's better than my glass.
God, bro.
I want you guys. I want you guys to see this. So obviously, you have the name of the brewery, but what it's known for is, I guess, the theme. So there in Little Havana, you got Domino Park, which you know about. Then you got your
Makes
boy.
sense because all those guys are sweet
Esti.
dickers.
Esti. Esti.
Stevie's the biggest sweet dicker of them all, bro.
Yeah, brother. But super cool glass, huh?
Yeah, I like it. I actually want to get one. The thing is that they're fucking they break easily. I
Well,
broke
they're
one.
cheap. The place is cheap. The place.
I, I broke one.
Let me be honest with you. You both, obviously, the owner there or whatnot, but um, the beers. So thank you, David, for the speakeasy, the passion. It's a cherry hibiscus lactose passion fruit, and look at how cool they actually were buying same area right there, Ball and Chain. Little Havana, they were actually selling the crowlers. You know how much I got a crowler of the IPA Two Hearted Ale from Bell's?
Much.
$3 for the crowler, and $3 for the beer.
Damn. And I haven't had that Two Hearted in a long time, but I love that beer.
Oh, you don't understand. I'm like dying to go back and get it. But let me pour my beer.
You know which
And
other one I haven't had in a while is the Hop Slam. That's Bell's, right? Bell's as well. Yeah.
yes. He might still have. He might still have. Cheers, brother.
Cheers.
So I want to throw an intro song. Eventually, we'll do like a cool eclectic one. Do you want to do like air guitar and or
Bro, I'll
drum and
fucking
bass?
sing the shit out of a fucking intro song right here. That's good. That's
That's it.
good. That shit.
And I haven't even
That's
had a
that's
drink yet. I haven't even drank yet.
that's the best Eddie Van Halen I've heard.
It's what's this guy's name? Steve Vaughn. Stevie Vaughn. Stevie Ray Vaughan. Ray Vaughan. That door is creepy, bro. That
That
door
door?
is either you have a cat
That
sneaking
scared me.
in.
Don't fucking move, door. Where are you?
All right, brother.
Yeah, it was my annoying cat. Come here, annoying cat.
So 3 beers. No, not 3 beers. That's gonna be me soon. It's three nuts and a beer. 3 nuts and a beer.
In a beer?
Talking about football. Fantasy football.
I give you a set of nuts right here, bro. Look at those nuts.
Oh, that's terrible. Oh, that was rough. I need to sip for
Uh,
that.
big.
Every time we do something ridiculous, I'm just gonna keep drinking.
Hey, he's my son, bro. What do you
No
expect?
difference.
Got big nuts.
That
Big
shit is
nutty
huge.
boy, aren't you? You're a big nutty boy. Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
how's your Sunday? Pretty good.
Pretty good, man. I did a little research.
Do a little fantasy
I am
football research.
yeah, I was doing some real estate research.
Right.
Looking forward to talking some football smack.
Oh, I was gonna go there, but I'm not. I'm gonna keep it PG. So you're gonna go ahead and enlighten me today. What is what exactly you want to talk about? I don't know if these listeners wanted to hear, but I think you had something on your mind you want to get off, or is it?
Well, yeah, I mean, let's talk about what's going on in the NFL right now, right? We just finished the NFL draft, which my Cowboys did, you know, pretty damn well, in my opinion. I'm excited about the offense.
Oh, you're a Cowboy fan?
You know it,
You
bro.
know that they don't know that, but you're a Cowboy fan,
No,
huh?
I'm a huge Cowboy fan. I don't jump ship like you, your freaking KC shirt.
Oh
Starting to
no,
remind me of this
there's a
little
story
midget I
behind that.
know
There's a story
in
behind that.
Tampa. There's a little midget in Tampa that loves to switch fucking teams. I think he has the same exact shirt too. Oh no, it was a Tampa shirt. Tampa shirt.
Oh, Tampa. Well, because he lives in Tampa now. He lives in Tampa, but
Yeah, a little midget, bro.
we'll bring him on here one of these days. Talk about his. He has a great podcast going on. But one of these days we'll bring him on. I can't wait to bring on some of these guests that we're looking to have. So, uh, anything more necessary now than sports with everything going on and coronavirus? But thank God we did have a virtual draft, and when some of these guys that they picked up. So I know that you wanted to kind of go over picks. Not only that, kind of like what their destination was. Um, to be honest with you, let's just start with the Cowboys. Whoa, Cowboys, what did they do?
Well, the Cowboys actually just signed the red-headed Rocket
Nice.
to
Gone.
back up Dak, which is interesting because I think they're going to basically use this as a negotiation tactic to bring down his contract talks.
I think
He
so.
he just signed a $7 million deal worth $3 million guaranteed.
It was seven. No, is it 7 or 3? I heard he can get up to
No,
7.
it's the
So 1
deal's
year,
worth
3
up
mil
to $7 million and includes $3 million in guaranteed.
guaranteed. Okay, that's not a bad deal. Well, the Red Rocket, honestly, I'm not a big fan of his, but he did that's with Cincinnati for whatever the hell they were
For a
handling.
backup quarterback, I'll take that shit all day.
Oh, well, okay, so then Dalton there, which is going to put pressure on Dak, but my I think the deal that they scooped up that they did really good, which is going to allow them to do what they want in the future, is actually the crowd contract that they gave Cooper. On like face value, you're like, oh, okay, we. But I've been reading basically that they can get out of the contract next year. So considering that, Lamb was a great freaking pick, CD Lamb from Oklahoma.
Yep.
Um, so I'm really excited about that. I mean, you have Dak. He did his franchise for 30 mil. Obviously, he's got a little bit of pressure going on with Dalton, but the fact that they can get out of that Cooper contract, assuming Lamb balls, and Gallup still's very good, serviceable, and young. That
I think they
offense,
have three number ones right now. One A, one B, one C. You know, I think Gallup took a huge leap. I mean, he's going into year three. We all know what year three means for most wide receivers with talent.
right?
And CeeDee Lamb, I mean, you don't give number 88 to anybody. I think the last person that got it was Dez,
He got
and he
88.
balled. He got 88. He got
Wow.
88. So I think, you know, that just shows
I'm
how
drafting.
much the organization
Draft him.
thinks about him.
I'm drafting him right now.
I mean, shit, man, I'm excited about him. He just looking at his tape, he just jumps out the explosiveness, the after the catch ability, high points the ball. The one knock on him is that he can't beat press coverage, but I think that's something that's workable. I mean, you put him into the off season, you know, 1 year of the off season, he gets bigger, he gets stronger. He'll be fucking knocking defensive backs on their heels all day.
Well,
And who are they gonna pick? I mean, he's gonna get the second or third back. He's gonna get the nickel. You know, you're not gonna leave Cooper, you know, on without your number one guy on him. You're not gonna leave Gallup, you know, without your number two. That's gonna be easy pickings for CD. Easy pickings.
his
I'm
quarterback,
excited about that.
his quarterback was Hurts, so he went kind of early, I would say, in the NFL draft. But Hurts did great.
The Eagles
He
needed the
did
Eagles
great.
needed to back up, you know, Wentz. I mean, Wentz is good, but if you look back last year, the beginning of the year, that Eagles offense was dynamic with
Right.
Deshaun stretching the field. I mean, I think the first game he blew up. He had like I don't know, it was two or three long bombs to Deshaun, and when he got injured, that dynamicness went away with the offense until they finally started giving it to Miles Sanders on a regular basis, and he brought some of that back. But he's gonna just with the new pickup that they just had to replace Deshaun. I mean, Deshaun's still there, and if he stays healthy, that's even better. But giving Wentz, what's his name, Jalen Rager.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't sold on the kid because I didn't know too much about him, but I started looking up his tape, and he looks fantastic. The kid is a burner, and he high points that ball. He
Right.
has a couple of highlight catches there that were like, oh shit, this guy.
No, Taves is good. I mean, TCU's got they're kind of they're a higher firing offense. They've had some good comes, but I mean, this year he only played 12 games. I mean, so 43 for 611 and 5 touchdowns. You know, it doesn't pop off, but the tape was good. But last year he did well as a sophomore with 72 receptions and 1,000 yards with 9 touchdowns. So as far as the Eagles go, I mean, it's I think it's more just the landing spot. You know, just think who else do they have? Like you said, Djax, old, always hurt. You have
Alshon, same thing.
yeah, which they're trying to get rid of.
Yeah.
And then you have
In the middle, they have that their passing strength is going to be their two elite tight ends. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Hertz is awesome, and Goddard is also on par. The guy I love Goddard. I think he's excellent. So I think they're
so you
going to
like
have.
you like Goddard. You wouldn't mind Goddard on your fantasy team, especially dynasty,
No,
because
I had him last year. I had him last year, and I was expecting him to blow up. It took a little while for him to get rolling, but you know he started paying off towards the end of the season.
no, and if Ertz gets hurt, I mean, it's a nice backup that has a little bit of production, even with Ertz in
Bro, that
there.
guy had 600 yards as a fucking part starter
Yeah.
last year. I think that's great as a tight end.
Well, real quick with Lamb, you had some good quarterbacks. I mean, besides Hurt, they had Murray.
Kyler Murray.
And before that, he had
Baker.
right. So just to give you a quick stat, Baker as a freshman he had 46 catches, 807 yards, but 7 touchdowns. That's as a freshman. And then as a sophomore with Murray, you had 65 catches, 1,100 yards, and 11 touchdowns. This year, you had 62 catches, 1,300 yards, and 14 with Hurt. So, and Hurt, I mean, I always thought he's more of a runner, but, he did great, for Oklahoma. But, if we're talking about Lamb, what appeases me is one you just told me. I can't believe they just gave him 88. That's crazy. I mean, that means something, at least for. And then the fact that Cooper, they could bail out of that contract next year. So I wouldn't tell somebody not go Lamb over maybe the higher ranked rookie coming out. So in the rookie drafts or whatnot. But I guess people are a little bit skeptical. I guess when it comes to receivers and first year production, you don't have the Marquise Colstons every year. You don't have the OBJs that come out of nowhere. I think most people want running backs when it comes to fantasy just because they're able to produce right away, But Lamb
produce right away in the right scheme, I think, because there's a couple people, like for example, I was pissed off that Swift went to Detroit. I think fucking sucks. I mean, you have
and he's a great
Carry-On that's there, and Carry-On, if he stays healthy, should have gotten the ball a million times more than they give it. Patricia, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with that guy. Like, he needs to freaking just let rip and let his fucking players play. That whole, let me take you out, couple of screws here, let me put in some fucking scrub. Let the guy play, goddammit. And now, you're gonna have a running back by committee with Swift. I mean, luckily, Carry-On is he's kind of feeble and will get hurt again, and that will probably give him the opportunity he needs because I don't think they have many people. Who else is there in Detroit?
As far as running backs, a bunch of names. Yeah, both.
So you're looking at
for a second. You had a couple of people, but nothing impressive.
Getting hurt before he actually can produce anything. It's not like a slam dunk deal in like you have in KC with freaking what's his name? Hilaire.
Clyde's
Edwards Hilaire. Yeah. The kid is a beast, bro.
Yeah, not only a beast. He went first round.
I like you said, I take him first overall. I think we were talking offline before, and you were mentioning him, and I looked him up again, and you're right. He should be top pick in all dynasty drafts. Like there's no downside to him. The guy's explosive. The one thing you could say is that he's small. He's 5'7", but he's at around 207 pounds, like a little bowling ball, a little wrecking ball,
Yeah, I think people.
He can catch. His quickness, his elusiveness. Kid's a beast.
Westbrook. Every time I can't say Westbrook, it seems like that's what they're hoping for. Better school in Villanova, but Westbrook was a hell of a football player. West Coast offense. So, and then forget it. Kansas City's so high octane. I did like that pick. Back to receivers. What did you think about Judy going to Denver?
I like it. I mean, I think Sutton's a star. I think that Judy will open it up even more for him because of how smooth he is in his routes. He was the most, I think he was as far as like routes are concerned, he had the biggest route tree coming out of college.
Mm-hmm.
I would have preferred him in for the Raiders instead of Ruggs because I just liked how polished he was already. Which
could fit more than Tony Brown vacated spot that they apparently want Ruggs to kind of handle, but I don't, it's going to take some time. Plus, the quarterback situation or whatnot. But Judy, are you afraid that he kind of goes somewhere where I don't want to say they didn't need him, but just a lot of targets to be split up.
I think he's going to be, either the second or third option. You're going to have Sutton at number one. Yep. And then you have Fant, who started to come on late last season. I think he's got plenty of potential. You had Drew Lock, who's coming on strong. That just gives them another option to throw to. They still have Deshaun Hamilton there, and I think they also drafted another
KJ.
another wide receiver.
Yep, Penn State, KJ.
Yep.
KJ
Which
Hamilton.
sucks for Hamilton because it probably means that it's the end of the road for him in Denver. But especially the worst thing is that they're from the same school, Penn State. But
Well, if you look at it though, they're gonna have to play a lot of comeback, a lot of keep up, Kansas City. So why not run KJ, Hamilton, Sutton, and Judy?
yeah. And on top of that, you have what's his name? They signed
Melvin Gordon.
Melvin Gordon, and you have Mighty Mouse. What's his name again?
Mighty Mouse. Not Chris Thompson, is it? No, he went to
No,
Jackson.
no, the other running back. Damn it, I can't think.
You have Lindsay. You have
Lindsey.
Freeman. Yeah, well,
Lindsey.
I'm,
Shit, if I was them, it'd be Sutton, uh, Judy, Hamilton, the other guy spraying out, and then you'd have freaking the two running backs on like a T. Who are you gonna cover? Plus Noah, fan. You could spread that could be a huge spread offense right there.
Well, I had an actual discussion with my son. He's 12 years old and he plays, and he's actually in a dynasty league with me, and but he follows my teams, and we talk a lot about football and fantasy and stuff like that. So I gave him I asked him a question: top five offenses. Forget about the rookies, just top five offenses next year. And I had to, me personally, I don't know about you, but me personally, I had to throw Denver in there. There's a lot of good offenses, but when we're talking about like potential to be like a very high scoring offense, if Locke does what he did at the end of last year, and then you got all those weapons, which I think they just, I'm a Dolphin fan. As Dolphins, we've had Tom Brady all those years. Mm-hmm. Now they got to go against Mahomes all these years. And you got to beat them at their own game. So I think that's what they did in the draft. They didn't need probably a lot of these players, but it was best available, and they understand that they're screwed, man. They're in the AFC West, and they got to go against Mahomes. So I wouldn't be surprised Judy does. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised that all those players do well. I mean, I don't know about in the redraft league if I would grab like a Lindsey or a Gordon, maybe not high up, but definitely the potential is there for points to be scored. So Judy being the rookie that they drafted this year, and even KJ, man. I mean, really, let's see what happens with Hamilton and KJ. They gotta, Cam's gonna kind of show, who's where on the depth chart. But you don't draft Judy that early to obviously be a backup or a third. I would say second. My question: who do you like better, Lamb or Judy?
I like Lamb.
Not because you're a Cowboys fan.
And that's not that I'm being a Cowboys fan. Okay. I like Lamb because he just stands out.
Because I've been around you,
Judy.
It's always the Cowboys thing, and you have a couple drinks.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why right now. Listen, you have Lamb who didn't have anybody helping him. I think Judy had Ruggs on the other side. He had all the Alabama talent. All right. Oklahoma's no slouch, but he doesn't have anywhere near the help that Judy had.
Right.
I mean, Ruggs took the fucking top off the defense, and then freaking Judy just burned people underneath. That's basically what it was.
I can't even wait till we do our 2021 podcast. Just talking about the 2021 players because they got some. They sound in Alabama. It's ridiculous. We're talking about players that came out this year. If we were to talk about the ones we're going to come out next year, they got some studs. I mean, LSU to Alabama. I mean, this SEC is stacked.
Alabama has taken the mantle of best college program, and they've held it for it feels like almost a decade now.
Right.
It's better than that. It's better than that USC with under Pete Carroll. It's better than anybody I've ever seen. Those guys they are the definition of reloading a program every year. And that's what I want my Gators to get to. Shit. We're going to get there.
Why do the Dolphins with a sign of breeze, huh?
Instead of Dante. Everyone's like Dante.
No,
Dante.
but think about Saban not being in Alabama and Alabama not doing what they're doing. So, they actually had something on ESPN about that.
Listen, even though I just said that about Alabama, I just want to make something very clear. Fuck Nick Saban and fuck Alabama, right? Fuck you, fucking piece of shit. I don't like you. I never will, and we're gonna beat your ass next season.
Cowboys don't play them.
I'm talking about the Gators.
Oh, you're a Gator. That's right. Next time you're out, listen, we're gonna have Gator hats behind you. I'm gonna have to get rid of this and go with the. If I'm a real Dolphin fan, I shouldn't be wearing anything else. But I
You're
did.
not a real Dolphins fan.
I am a.
It's pretty obvious. It's
I am a
pretty
real
obvious.
Dolphins fan.
Let the people decide.
Yeah. Well, I don't need to excuse myself or give you the story behind it all, but Dolphins number one. Always.
No coincidence that they won the Super Bowl, but somehow you had a shirt, huh? That fits perfectly. What is it?
If
Your
you
son's
look
shirt?
at it, it's really faded out. So
Oh, bullshit. It's very vibrant. It's a vibrant red. It's like
those are my passion.
a very oxygenated blood red.
Passion fruit, baby.
Excuse me.
Hey, so off the top of my head, what did you think of the other receiver?
Jefferson?
Yeah, man. Oh, we talk about opportunity. Lamb's great. Judy's great. Jefferson's in a nice spot. I mean, yeah, they run the ball.
Jefferson's a baller, bro. Jefferson's a baller. He gets washed up in this in the whole, in the whole who's the best top receiver. He's up there. He's a top 5 receiver. In fact, I would put Jefferson. For me, if I had to pick, it'd be CD, Judy, Jefferson, like right there.
And then Ruggs.
And then Ruggs.
Right.
In fact, I actually like Jalen Reagor better than Ruggs. I think Jalen Reagor is gonna be. This is my fucking hot take. Jalen Reagor is gonna be better than Ruggs. All right.
TCU, baby.
That's right.
The Horn Frogs.
You horny
you
fucking
horny
frogs.
frog. You frog. Don't do that. Don't do that. We're gonna have to get off the. We're gonna have to get off the camera. We're just gonna go strictly on podcast. No YouTube. No nothing. This is too much.
Take out the the.
The quarantine.
Zazz.
This quarantine's driving me crazy.
So it seems like this podcast we're gonna be talking about a lot of wide receivers. So we're gonna keep on doing that. Let me tell you somebody that I really like. All right, that I think will. We're talking about top offenses. I think Indianapolis has a chance to be a very good offense next year. They have the number 1 line.
Yep.
They assure themselves of not having any sort of issues with running backs because if Mac goes down, you've got the fucking stud right behind him, which I think is going to push him until he takes over.
Wisconsin?
Yeah.
Wisconsin?
Huh?
Wisconsin? Yeah. You talking about Taylor?
JT, baby. JT.
Yeah. Wait, so you were you going to talk about him or Pittman? Because
no, I'm telling you, I'm building this up because we were talking about top offenses. So their running game is going to be solid. Their passing game, they're going to give Phillip Rivers excellent time. He loves to throw it downfield. He's going to take shots. He's got the ghost to stretch the field. And now they added Michael Pittman Jr., who's a 6'4", 220-pound monster. All right.
Jackson. They're comparing him to Vincent Jackson.
Exact perfect fucking player comparison right there because he's got the size and he's got better hands than Vincent Jackson, I think.
Yeah. Well, he also can USC. Yeah.
He's powerful, dude. So, if let's say, he throws it up to freaking the Ghost takes it fucking 80 yards, but then gets tackled at the last second, just throw it up to this kid. Just throw it up to him. Doesn't matter you don't have Ebron anymore. Doesn't matter that your tight ends suck. You have a hybrid wide receiver tight end. Throw that shit up to this dude. He's going to catch it. I'm going to go and say that he's going to score at minimum 5-6 touchdowns this year. In this coming season.
You're talking about Pittman.
Pittman.
Gotcha. And what do you think? What do you think about Jonathan Taylor? What do you think? What do you think?
Taylor. He's a burner.
You're not afraid of Mac?
I'm not afraid of Mac because Mac has played well. I was surprised last year how well he played. I did not expect that from him, and it's great. But he is not reliable when it comes to holding up for an entire season. And I think this kid's gonna have a chance. He's gonna go down with an injury, and then Jonathan Taylor's gonna take over. He's gonna take over.
Tell you what I like about him, what I don't. I don't like that they said he had somewhat of a fumbling problem. Not to say that Mac is better, so that's why I'm not too worried about it. They also said that he was more one-dimensional, didn't catch the ball much. But then again, neither does Mac,
Doesn't need
so
to.
doesn't really need to. And also you have Nyheim Hines there, so he might. I like him. I just don't know if he's going to be the third that back that you basically would expect. Definitely this year he should do well. I don't think he's going to do as well as some other guys out there, given their opportunities. But I do like that he's a big bruiser. He really didn't get hurt. Shit out of the ball.
If he shores up his pass protection, he's gonna be out there as a 3-down back. I'll tell you that right now. I don't give a fuck if he doesn't catch. He will be out there because he doesn't. They have the offense to protect Rivers, and Rivers is gonna find somebody that's open. And you know for a fact that Ghost is gonna get open. If you have the time, you have that line. They're gonna get open. I don't think that's gonna be an issue for him. I think that what they need is somebody that's gonna pound the ball inside. I don't think Mac was very good in the goal line. I think he was okay, but this guy is gonna give him that dimension where he's just gonna pop it right in. Pop, pop.
Trying to stay in that division. Nobody else did anything. So, and to be honest with you, I mean, I'm not really afraid of Jacksonville's defense, Tennessee's defense. I think John Taylor and Pittman are going to do pretty good. Frank Reich and the Colts, man, they got a good offense. So, since we kind of bridged Jonathan Taylor, is there any running backs that you want to talk about? Maybe you want to stay with CEH, which everyone wants to talk about. Before the actual draft, he wasn't even the number one. It was Taylor. Now the draft happens, and CEH gets picked before Taylor. I mean, I think the guy is the number one. He's your number one pick and rookie. If David, Union Beer Store Dave, if he was on here, we actually did a dynasty draft, and he has Pittman, and he has CEH. That guy's gonna love this podcast. You better throw a thumbs up.
The next guy I would talk about is probably Cam Akers. I think you had mentioned him offline, and I started looking him up, and the guy produced
FSU, huh?
without a good O-line at FSU. I mean, FSU was
terrible,
garbage.
Terrible. Didn't they fire their head coach?
I'm looking at you, Joe Bengals. Garbage. All right, absolute garbage team. And that guy managed to freaking somehow be good on a shit team, bro.
1,100 yards, five yards per carry average, 14 touchdowns
on a fucking terrible team. That's pretty fucking good.
He was the only player on that team. Oh, and that's in 11 games. That's in 11 games.
That team's just garbage, bro. He should have gone to Florida, the real Florida school.
Okay, so I'm the 5th pick, right? You go Akers or Dobbins? Because we're talking about
Akers.
So
Akers.
Right. Well, that offense, nothing for the offensive line in the draft. They did nothing. The offensive line sucks. You saw what Goff did last year. Gurley was Gurley, but it is what it is. His offensive line didn't help. They didn't give him any support. So then you have the Rams go ahead and they get this guy, but you still have Darrell Henderson. What's he going to do? You still have Malcolm Brown, whatever, depth. You get Akers. The only reason I believe that Akers would do well is because they spent a high second-round draft pick on this kid.
Are we talking about redraft or fantasy? I mean, dynasty here.
No, I'm talking about the potential of Cam Akers.
I think Cam Akers is the best running back they have in that roster. I think it'll be definitely running back by committee because he's a rookie.
Yeah.
But as soon as the other ones disappoint, I mean, Darrell Henderson, I thought he was going to do much better than he did last year, and he was a fucking huge disappointment.
He didn't do anything.
Huge disappointment.
He had no carries.
Malcolm Brown was crap too. I mean,
he didn't really have carries. They had carries, and when they went to Gurley, he did well. So I don't know if it was just the coach's fault. I want to blame the offense. I want to blame Gurley's knee. The whole point is, I like Akers, but the problem with Akers is, what's he going into? Tell me he's going to be a 3-down back.
This way, he is a younger version of Gurley, and at this point in time, I think he's better than Gurley. So I think that it's going to take a couple games to crack the starting lineup, but once he does, it's on.
Watch out! Watch out! Do you think Akers is that good? He's better than. Forget about potential. You just start like athleticism and skill. You put him ahead of CEH and all these other guys, or not so much.
No, I wouldn't put him ahead of him because I like where CEH landed better, right?
I'm referring to just actual skill. Like, do you think Akers is a more all-around back compared to some of the ones going before him, such as Jonathan Taylor? You know, because we talk about Jonathan Taylor, Wisconsin, ran the ball, didn't really pass block, didn't really catch the ball. Then you have CEH. He was a great all-around back on a great offense. Everyone looked great. The receiver Chase looked great. Justin Jefferson.
Still go CEH, and I would pick Cam Akers before Taylor.
Okay, so you're high. You're high on Akers. That's good. He's.
I mean, like I told you, I think he is a badass. I think that he was, overshadowed by the fucking fact that FSU was garbage again. Garbage.
I ran out of beer. How was that?
I ran out of beer too. Let me get. You know what? We should take a break from our sponsor to get some more beer. Let me call my beer delivery service, which is much better than fucking Union Beer Store. Babe, can you pass me a beer?
We're gonna have to segment this stuff off.
Fuck that. This is raw, real, and uncut.
James, give me another beer. Give me another beer.
Where is Jaden? I thought we had a special guest today.
Oh, not special guest today. We're just gonna roll with what we got. We're gonna send this to our beloved, obsessed friends that pay very good money to be our friends, and then we're gonna slice and dice it.
Well, I haven't got any money, so I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
No, not you. They pay. Come on. You think Union doesn't pay me to drink their beer?
I think you pay them.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure you pay them. Little do they know, though, is that the majority of your beer comes from fucking the best fucking place in Miami to get beer, Mendez Fuel.
Ooh. This is such a...
Go, Mendez. Go, 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 Mendez. Go, 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 go. God damn it. All right, and on that note, I'm going to take a quick break from my sponsor to get another beer.
Mendez Fuel.
You
think so?
Up like at 450. I mean 350.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do. And I'm back. And we have a ghost. Hello. 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 So, while Ian's not here. Fuck you, FSU. I'm gonna get you guys a little sneak peek of the next beer that we have going. Apologize if I'm not looking at the camera because the video is over there, but the camera's over here. So I'm looking at the video most of the time. All right. So the first one again was Juice Above the Clouds, double IPA, 9%er, delicious, delicious. Altamont Beer Works, one of my favorite breweries out here. And the preview of the next beer is...
Are we back on?
We're back on.
We're back on.
swear we weren't talking shit about you.
What are you drinking?
All right. So what I got is we're staying local.
Maui,
And as you can see, it's
Owie.
called a Maui motherfucking Wowie. It's an IPA
Maui.
again from my boys at Altamont Beer Works
Nice.
in Livermore, California.
Are they paying you to drink that beer?
I'm paying them just like how you are paying.
I told you, the only one who pays.
This is a single malt IPA that is light in body and color with soft bitterness, whatever the fuck that means. Mosaic and citra hops, giving strong aromas and flavors of guava, pineapple,
Yummy.
and mango.
Sounds like a salad. A fruit salad.
Let me prop my boys up at Altamont.
Have you had this before?
I have.
Let me ask you. So, can you pour the damn thing? Because I want you to tell me how it tastes.
I'm
Or is it
fucking
just like an
pouring it
IPA,
open,
man.
bro.
Is this like every IPA, or is this like a legit IPA? Like,
It's a legit IPA, bro.
right, but like this is a West Coast IPA, correct?
Well, I am on the West Coast,
Northeast.
so yes. I
No,
would say it
bro.
is.
You got the different IPAs. You got the Northeast. You have a,
Yes,
you know.
it's a traditional West Coaster.
Nice. I missed that.
Tropical dank. Notes of mango.
This is gross. This has
Pineapple.
become gross.
Ugh.
It's a cobbler salad. It's a cobbler. Just enjoy your beer. Let me know. I like that glass.
You know what the worst part about fucking reading beer reviews is how they like to fucking talk about the pour. It pours this crystal maltiness and blah blah blah, and it has a little lacy, you know, foam and all this
It's
shit. I'm like,
not
shut
hazy.
the fuck up and tell me what
It's
it
not
tastes
hazy.
like. Cocksucker.
Yeah.
Oh, this is delicious. Damn it.
Enjoy.
Camera's over here.
Let me cheers with you. Mine says government warning. According to Surgeon General, women should not drink. No, wrong thing. So this is from Barreled Souls, Saco, Maine. Currently blacked out. That's what it's called. Currently blacked out. Look at the art. Pretty cool.
Oh, I like that. It kind of looks like Pink Floydish.
Yeah. Yeah. It's currently blacked out. Barreled Souls. I have had it. It's currently blacked out with it's a gozy with blackberries and currants, 4.9. It's gonna work. Cold, keep cold, drink fresh. It's cracker, brother. I did have this one prior. It was really good. We're talking about it's not as lactose as I prefer, but it doesn't.
You actually like the lactose in the gozes and the sours?
You know what? I like. It's not that I like it or I don't.
Then what is it?
I like beer. So I just
Terrible.
prefer.
That's a terrible answer.
I just prefer a lacto-y kind of sour gose. You know, I prefer. It's not that I don't
You
like
like
it.
that? You like that like soft flavor, like that almost
The
like.
marshmallow. I like the marshmallow fluff
Yeah.
flavor.
Do you like those milkshake IPAs then?
Terrible pour. The milkshakes are nice. The milkshakes are nice.
I don't like the grainy kind ofness that they have to them.
You know, I went to Tired Hands in Philadelphia, and I did have some really nice milkshake IPAs that they made. So, you know, just depends, man. Some places make them great, some make them average or whatnot.
Shut up! God damn it!
Oh, wow. Back from here.
My bad.
It's all good. So, yeah, this is another kind of not cherry, not passion fruit. This is black currants and blackberries. So, shall we continue?
Yes, let's continue. Do you know that the Bears denied the 5th-year option on Trubisky?
Not surprised.
I'm not either. He's a piece of shit.
Not surprised. Don't really care much for him.
I've never seen anybody with so much physical talent not improve after what is it? Is this third year, fourth year? What is it?
I don't know. He was a reach for me. My dad's a huge Bear
I
fan.
mean, like
I don't really
the
care.
guy has the ability physically, but he continues to fucking throw off his back foot. I mean, how can you not fix that after multiple off seasons?
I'm not gonna blame him. I think it's the coach.
At some point, god damn this motherfucker.
I like that headphone. You never got a computer. Synopsis.
I haven't been able to. Son of a
We'll go
bitch.
on that one. I don't hear him.
Bitch.
I don't hear
Oh,
him.
you don't hear him?
No.
You don't hear like the freaking
Just keep talking. Just go. Just go. As long as
you
you
don't hear Juan out there fucking cutting the damn grass?
That's my dad's name. Chill out, bro. Manolo!
Another thing that was a little bit interesting was that the Cowboys decided to extend, actually not extend, but like sign Taco Charleston for another freaking year. Can you believe that? Talk about not giving up on a guy.
What are you talking about? Taco, what are you talking about? Taco went to the Chiefs.
Well, you're right. I was just testing you. I was just testing you.
Aha!
See if you're on your game.
I'm on my game, bro. And I like Akers, and I like Taylor, and I like CH. But who I really like, unfortunately, I probably won't be able to get him in any of my leagues because people are catching wind, is J.K. Dobbins. Ohio State beat Ezekiel Elliott, your boys, record in Ohio State. Nobody's ever going to beat Archie Griffin, so forget about that. But the yards that he put up, man, in that offense, which is RPO, you have Justin Fields, Ohio State, Dobbins killing it. Now he goes to a probably better system with a better RPO style quarterback. You do have Mark Ingram, but I mean, do you justify picking him maybe over these other guys who might start now and do well to have him next year where Ingram's a year older, a year less on his contract? I think Dobbins is going to do pretty well this year. And I also think after he's going to be the one who really just separates himself.
I
What do you
think he's a
think about
surefire dynasty first round pick.
First round.
Redraft, we're talking about, later rounds, 10 and after,
No, yeah. If you're talking about redraft, then you're getting him on the year that, he's. But if we're talking about dynasty, which most rookie drafts are dynasty, as opposed to your vets mixed up in the redrafts. But if I'm talking about comparing him to these other guys, I think his opportunity is not as good as CH or Jonathan Taylor right now. But next year, I think his opportunity is going to be better than CH. I know the offense is really nice in Kansas City, probably the best, but I wouldn't be surprised that they're like neck and neck, man. I mean, you give how many touchdowns did Ingram have last year? 17? That's a lot. That's a lot. And they still, even Gus Edwards had like 135 carries. So, I mean, you're getting a lot of carries. You're getting a lot of opportunity. Now you get a guy who's used to the system. So, I mean, I'm in a dynasty league, and I'm fifth, and I got Ingram. And this guy so happens, long story short, trade up. He has first and second pick. Who are you gonna go? And of course, he said Hilaire and Dobbins. I'm like, freaking A. Because I think Dobbins long term is gonna just the opportunities there, the skill set is there. The only concern I have long term, if we're not talking about Dobbins, is how long can LJ do what he's doing? You saw what Robert Griffin did. So,
I think he's a different player than Robert Griffin. He's a better passer.
yeah.
He's obviously a much better runner. He's got a better team around him. I mean, he's smart. The guy doesn't take hits. I mean, I think he's going to be around for a while. I think he's going to along with Mahomes, he's going to redefine the quarterback position. Mahomes on the throwing side with ability to run. This guy running side favored with the ability to pass. They're almost like fucking mirror images of each other because as good as Mahomes passes, that's as good as freaking Lamar runs. And as good as Lamar throws is as good as fucking what's his name runs. I mean, he's not a slouch at running either. So I mean, in fact, I think Lamar has a edge. I think he's a pretty underrated passer. I think he's accurate. I think that you saw that last year. I wasn't expecting that shit. I don't think anybody was expecting to see how accurate and how effective he was
Well,
going to be in the passing
he
game.
had 30-something touchdowns, right? He had 30-something touchdowns.
And if he can add a big play wide receiver to that offense to go along with the tight ends, because let's be real, you're not going to see that type of production out of Andrews this year. I mean, if you do, the fucking defensive coordinators have not done their fucking job. All right, it can't be that hard to stop that fucking guy. You know, I think that you're gonna have to see a growth in the wide receiver core for Baltimore. I think they drafted somebody to help them out. I forget exactly who it was. I'm sure I can pull it up real quick, but I'm pretty sure it was Devin Duvernay. Devin Duvernay. Duvernay. I already like his name. It's like touchdown to Duvernay.
Duvernay. Well,
Yeah.
let me tell you, LJ had 3,100 passing yards, 36 passing touchdowns last year, 6 interceptions. The IQ yards nice, and he had 1,200 yards rushing.
Excuse me.
Touchdowns. 7 touchdowns, rushing touchdowns. So he had 42 total touchdowns. I don't think he's going to happen again, but
I honestly think he might get better.
I'm surprised that Hurt wasn't picked up by them. I'm just afraid that if he gets hurt, it throws the whole philosophy out the window. So what happens, like, if RG3 has to come in and do what he does? I don't think everyone is as effective. It all, he's an important piece, but he's only a piece. So, I mean, it would have been nice if they would have got a Hurt. Maybe next year they'll go after, a Fields or a Lawrence. I don't know. The Ravens are always pretty good. They're kind of going to be in the back end of the first round, unless they trade up for something like that. But I like Dobbins. I do trust Lamar Jackson right now. But I just don't know how long that'll hold. If it does, Dobbins will have a better numbers than any of the running backs, I believe, coming out this year.
I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. I think you're playing the what if game. The what if game is a very tricky game to play because you can be like, what if
Fantasy, bro. Fantasy.
anything? You know what I mean? Like you can't base it on what ifs. You got to base it on fucking the talent that's there and the opportunity, right? When the talent meets opportunity, and you fucking throw out the what if game and go, okay, I'm all in on this, because
you're always on the
because you're gonna be wanting to fucking shoot yourself in the fucking face if you didn't take that opportunity and he ends up blowing up. You know, tell us.
I think he's not the safer pick. I'm not saying
there. Everybody's been there where you're like, oh yeah, he's good, but what if this, what if that, and then he ends up blowing up. I know David felt that way when I fucking drafted what's it called, Gurley coming out of that horrible year, right, with Fisher, and he ended up being the best running back in the league. You guys got lucky because I got, oh man, I had 3.
The talent was there. The talent was there. They put it together, man.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like you don't want to skip out on shit like that. In fact, hot take right here, people. If you feel that people are down on your guy, take him. Doesn't matter what every fucking goddamn talking head is saying. You take your guy and you stick with him, and you're gonna be that guy that goes ching all the way to the bank. All right.
Or you can be the guy that watches me go ching ching.
Two-time defending champ, all right? Two-time defending champ. This guy's a chump. All right.
Playing 10. Twice he's won. What are the odds?
Twice my dick.
All right. So then you believe in Dobbins, but not enough to go ahead at CEH, maybe a Swift or even a Cam Akers because you like Cam Akers a lot.
Dobbins is a year out, bro. I'd best. Dobbins is a year out at best, unless fucking what's his name gets injured. If he gets injured, then it's a whole different story, right? Because now he's got control. I don't think Gus Edwards beats him out. I think he's automatically the number 2 behind Ingram, and yeah.
You're sticking to it. All right. So since you're a Gators fan, and I want to kind of change it up a little bit, what do you think about Van Jefferson? Because he kind of in the second round too, right after Akers to the Rams.
I'll be honest with you. I was surprised that they picked him up that early. I think he's a good wide receiver. I mean, he was probably the best wide receiver we had last year. He's a good route runner. He's got good size. He's got good speed, but does nothing wows me about him.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
he'll come in as the fourth guy. I mean, if he beats Justin Reynolds, then we're talking maybe, he'll be valuable next year.
You think they would pick a guy second? I mean, second round, and you're not going to start him over Reynolds? I mean, guys.
Reynolds was serviceable. He's been serviceable. He's proven to be serviceable. So I think until he learns the system,
Right.
well, he will be behind Reynolds. After he learns it, then he'll take over there, and he'll be, I think, an upgrade over Reynolds. Unless you're Tony and you're still picking Reynolds as a keeper.
As a keeper, yeah. The only thing is,
Loser.
I think that offense is not as bad as people are trying to knock them. The line might not be great. I know that Goff had trouble last year, but Cooks is gone. So if Cook is gone, somebody's gonna kind of have to try to fill that role. I'm not saying that Van Jefferson is a speedster. I think Reynolds might have better wheels, but they're actually comparing Van Jefferson a lot to Robert Woods. His dad is a receivers coach. Okay, I forgot what school he's at, but his dad was also an NFL player. So this guy's been coached up. I like his wheels. Didn't do a lot in UF because I don't feel like he had the opportunity to. Did more in Ole Miss prior to that. So you got the Ole Miss pedigree initially. Everyone has their run of the mill, studs coming through. You had DK Metcalf, AJ Brown. This kid kind of went there, but then for whatever reason up at UF. Listen, I like the pick. I like him for around scoop up. So I wouldn't be surprised, man. Some of these people that get drafted later on. Think about last year, Preston Williams. Cole Hardman. I'm throwing guys that you're not going to get in the first round, second round, third. Give him the opportunity. I like his opportunity in St. Louis. Same way as Cam Akers and stuff like that.
Hardman and Preston are much better athletes. They're just much better athletes.
Yeah, if you've watched the tape and you've watched
what Van Jefferson has is that he's a polished receiver.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he's not a wow guy. He's a
Robert Woods. Neither was Cup.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying, like, how long did it take Robert Woods to actually become a star in the NFL?
He was a stud in college. He balled out at USC.
Yeah, at USC he was good, but then it took him like 5 years to finally become a good receiver in the NFL.
He needed the coaching.
He was garbage in Buffalo.
Too.
He was absolute garbage in Buffalo.
But sometimes the coaching. Well, listen. I agree with you. Van Jefferson is not CeeDee Lamb, but the opportunity's there, and I like it. And
the opportunities there. You have Cooper Kupp, you've got Robert Woods. Now you just signed that guy Higbee to a long-term contract. I don't even know why. I don't think he's that good. I think that Gerald is better, the second tight end. Right. Gerald Everett is better than him, and he constantly keeps saying that. Oh, we're gonna use Gerald Everett. We need to use him correctly. I'm like, fucking give him the goddamn ball, man. He's had flashes.
Well, to support your Cam Akers pick, that offense doesn't do good unless Gurley's doing. Yeah. He wasn't able to do that. So if Akers could be that guy, I think everybody's going to eat. I think they were relying on the tight ends last year, and they got what they could out of Gurley. But they had a hard time. Goff had a bad year. He's a great player, I think. Honestly, I think out of Cal, not a lot of good quarterbacks come out of Cal, but he's been one of them. Him and Rodgers. Everyone else has been garbage. What was the Ravens? Kyle Ball or whatever his name. The quarterback that came out of Cal. Cal's garbage for quarterbacks. They're supposed to be whispers or whatnot, but they really haven't put anything out. But Goff is a good player, man. But I think the situation is time to really produce as much. Hoping McVay will actually Van Jefferson get that running game. I can see both of them doing well. People go with everyone else. okay, this is hot. It's CH, KC. I'm okay to take a risk on him. I'm also okay to take a risk on AJ Dillon. Aaron Jones, contract year. You got running back, 6 foot, 240 something pounds, runs like a 4.5. He's a Derrick Henry. If Aaron Jones signs, you got that good offense with a good OC coordinator.
Aaron Jones is a good player. He's not a great player. And last season was a fucking enigma because
19
Rodgers
touchdowns.
got him in position to score those touchdowns. He scored them to his credit, but I don't think that's going to happen ever again. I don't ever see that happening again. Adri, you got lucky last year. And in fact, I thought you were going to win the goddamn championship, but you fucking sucked it up at the end. All right? It was your last. It was your only chance to ever win one, and you blew it, buddy.
Blew it.
Right.
Blew it. Thin air. You shouldn't have listened to me. I told him to sit Mahomes, too.
You fucking loser.
I fucked up. No, I to his credit, I did it, too. So anyone who sits Mahomes
is an idiot.
should not have a podcast. Should not have a podcast.
That's why I'm the star. People, take note.
Listen, you don't
Note.
rules. What we're gonna have a segment one day on rules. Rules. You do not sit Mahomes.
You know what? Let's do something a little different now that normal fucking podcasts do for fantasy. Let's rank our GMs in our league from first to last.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Nobody knows who we're talking about except for the people involved.
You realize that
you're gonna go
this
ahead and
podcast
say that you're
is
first.
not going to be shared with anybody other than our group first, so it doesn't matter.
Pretty much. You're 100% right. I've realized I'm starting to learn that nobody's gonna listen to us except for those meatheads.
This is strictly for fun.
Exactly. And then these meatheads are gonna come on here and they're gonna be like, "Yeah, I want to fucking be part of the show." I think at that point we should definitely rip on them.
Yeah, the last person I'm gonna have on the show is fucking
who's had the most
is
championships?
ratings fucking expert Mel Kiper Ruhi.
You sharing?
So check this out right here. GM ranks for 305 boys. And we're excluding all the fucking new losers because fuck them.
They don't exist.
At number one.
You don't.
All right.
Magic carpet ride.
Let's do from 10 to 1. All right. Let's do that. So at number 10, coming in at number 10. All right.
Tommy Tomasino. Is he even still in it?
Just by default, Tommy Tomasino, because he quits after the season. He comes back at the beginning of the season. We're guaranteed.
Jumps out.
We're guaranteed the last spot. Tommy Tomasino.
Tommy Tomasino.
At number 9.
Listen, to his credit, bro. He's got kids, man.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I know he's cute.
Oh man.
Who would be number 9?
This is a tough one. We need to talk about like perennial
Vince is doing this.
bottom dwellers.
Vince is.
You know what? We should do the original crew, right? So let's start it off at 12 then. Let's start off at 12 here. We'll do 12 here.
Tommy's 12.
So no, I don't think Tommy's 12.
Maria's number 1. Maria's number 1.
I think Tommy is perennial number 11. And then number 12 is I only won
only because
an 8-team league. Vince. Perry.
Vince is pretty bad.
I mean, he's short, so we're giving him the 12th.
He points for writing his name in right correctly.
Yeah, pretty much. Other than that, he is absolutely garbage. I mean, that's the reason why he quit. It was because he was like, you know what? I'm never gonna beat these guys. They keep on talking shit. It pisses me off, and it ruins my fucking Tampa Bay watching experience. So, You know what? Fuck you guys. I'm not going to play anymore because my feelings are hurt.
No. What did he say? Oh, well, I just watch Red Zone. That's all that matters, just Red Zone.
I'm sorry, because fantasy isn't in addition to Red Zone where you get to cheer on the rest of the NFL instead of just your team.
Yeah. No. It's okay.
Loser.
No, he's busy. He's busy right now. He's on the
Yeah,
mountain.
he's too busy. He's too busy.
He's
He's too busy
he's
sitting on his
climbing that
ass, fucking
climbing
twiddling
that
his
mountain.
thumbs at fucking tigers and shit.
That mountain.
All right, so Tomasino,
I would have
perennial
to
number
put Adri,
11.
bro. I would have to put Adri. He's never won.
Adri at 10. Yeah, because he
never
tries.
won.
You know, he tries, but he still sucks.
But he just
And
never won.
last year,
He's
I
an
mean,
enigma.
that was his year, bro. That was your year, Adri. What the fuck happened,
C-Mac.
bro?
He had C-Mac. He had fucking Mahomes, Aaron Jones on his career. Aaron Jones is never going to do that again in his life. This segment 2 is totally for these guys.
All right. So
So
Adri's at number 10, number 9. And I guess what you know what I have to say that I want to change number 10 because I want to give Adri more credit than perennial fucking loser, even though he's won a championship.
Oof.
Mike, cheap ass.
Yeah, but what year did he win?
Canary.
1972 with the Dolphins?
Yeah. Mike, cheap ass Canary needs to fucking start putting in some fucking bro. Invest in some new fucking facilities for your team. Something, God, because you suck. All right, at number 8. What do we
Adri.
got?
Oh, not Adri. Adri's at 9. Oh, now you're starting to get to Joe. How many champions has Joe won? Or is he not?
I'll give Joe. Joe's been consistently decent, so I'll put him up around the, I would say the 4 to 7 range.
Yeah, but he hasn't had as many championships as me, you, even Mike Aguila, which is garbage. You want to throw Marty in there? Whatever.
All right, well let's do Mike a favor right here, all right, and be nice to him, and we'll put him at 8, and put Marty.
Yes. Marty Mamucci. No, different Marty.
And this kind of like I have to like knock Mike down a little bit because since Marty is Mike's second team,
Right.
he gets 2 chances to be okay, and he hasn't capitalized on it.
That's the problem right there, bro.
So I'm going to put Adri over Mike because Adri is consistently better than him. So Taylor, you're moving up the ranks. Number 7. Who do we got left? Actually, let's write down who we have left here.
Yeah.
So we got
You, Joe, Casey. That's 5.
who we missing? Tony.
No, Tony can't be in that. He's terrible. He would go like.
Who else? Who else do we
He
have?
would go to 13. Those guys are bottom. Oh, Lengua, La Lengua.
Gels.
That guy's
Okay.
garbage. Get him out of here. You know what it reminds
You
me
know
of?
what?
You ever seen that? What is that show? Bronx Tale. I don't want him looking at my dice. I don't want him looking at my face. Put him in the bathroom. Put him in the fucking. He's
Yeah, and then when
fucking. He's a guy. The jinx. Fucking mush. Put him in the fucking bathroom.
And when you scold him, he's like,
The fucking lingo. Get out of here. That guy's out. I'd even kick him back a little.
you know what? You know how Madden has those throwbacks and puts in like old school fucking people. Well, let's put in Turtle G, Lewis, and who else are we missing here?
Lewis. Lewis.
Hey, Lewis won one.
That's a lot of people. How many people? What are you gonna go to 1A and 1B?
We're talking about in history here, right? We're not talking about fucking current.
Well, who would you put first besides yourself, obviously?
Well, we're going down the list, bro.
I guess Adri after Laleng. Then I would throw Adri. Even Mike, bro. Mike's better than Adri. He's 1-2.
I don't think Mike's better than Adri. I think
twice.
I think you got lucky twice.
Oh, then that
Pretty much.
you got lucky too.
I think you got to go Gels here because he's a perennial mediocre.
Yeah. No, he's like the Dolphins.
Yeah. And then
Fucking mush. Then
after
mush.
this,
Hey, mush. You'd have to put me. I'm 6. I'm always in the playoffs, never in the freaking championship.
no, you know what? I'm gonna put.
And I've won twice because of Johnny.
All right, fine. By your own admission, mush.
2-time champ.
All
Yeah.
right, all right. Who's next? Who's next?
Ah.
You know what? I'm gonna. I can't. I'm gonna override you here. I'm gonna put Joe.
Joe's great. I like Joe. He just hasn't won yet, but he's legit.
And then after this, mush.
Okay.
And after this,
Looks like last year's.
I think.
Well, not last year. You're a gassy motherfucker.
Yeah, I know. Casey, because he's been sort of consistent, even though he's fallen off the horse a little bit.
Yeah.
3 has got to be. Wait, what am I missing here?
Of course, you're gonna throw yourself one. So.
No, I'm not gonna throw myself one. David is one just because he's won more titles.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Don't you?
Who am I missing?
Don't you just hate saying it?
Yeah, I do. I fucking hate it. I fucking hate it, and he loves it. Little piece of
Casey's
shit.
gone. Casey's gone.
I know, but that means I'm missing somebody.
Sandusker's.
So I'm gonna put.
Muchachos. Mush. Somebody's got to get behind us. Justin. You better get that shit out of here. 1 year wonder, get the fuck out of here, Justin. You know who Justin is. Only Maria. Maria's number 1. That's what it is.
Oh, Maria.
Number 1. Woo! Go Longhorns.
I'll give her a Longhorn.
You better.
All right, and that's our official best GMs ever.
Why'd you call me off,
boys?
Why'd you off on the AJ deal? I thought that was I was going somewhere with that.
Oh, my bad. You can go ahead. The fucking the beer kicked in.
Wait, hold on. There's no fucking way you're number 2. Get the fuck out of here. Get that fucking list and shove it up your ass. You're lucky I can't barely see it. Shit. Bullshit. This guy's sneaky.
Hey, listen. He may have the most titles, but I'm the only back-to-back champion. And it happened on you, Casey. Bitch. You thought you were gonna win it, but you didn't.
Casey's the Buffalo Bills.
Bro, I would have loved to have been there. I remember he was at the bar. He was saying like, "I'm at the bar, fucked up, and this and that." And then yeah, he was talking so much shit, and I wasn't saying anything. And then fucking David fucking chimes in. He's like, "Holy shit, Aldo won!" And he's like, "What? He did? Oh!" It was awesome. What a fucking great win, bro. Championship.
Who blew up for you?
Bro, you guys got lucky that year, bro. On my second, bro, I had Gurley, I had Zeke, and I had keeper David Johnson, who happened to get injured like a fucking asshole with his wrist. If that guy doesn't get injured, nobody touches me that year. Yeah. Nobody.
You're complaining about winning?
I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, like, nobody would even be like sniff me.
What are you talking about? I think I actually. So let's talk about greatest seasons.
Greatest seasons?
Dave's team last year was just ridiculous. It's all Casey's fault because he's a terrible commissioner. But yeah, it was disgusting. That's
David always
that team was better. That team was better than the year you won.
David, you know what? We're gonna have an episode where we have David over and we have him. We're gonna call it "In the Mind of the Master," and we're gonna talk about the art of the trade because the motherfucker, he analyzes his shit. He fucking finds teams that, he needs this, he needs that. I can swing this, but it doesn't even stop him that the trade doesn't work with that one team. He'll find another team to trade with to get to the position that that other team needs to get the guy that he wants. And somehow he makes it happen, which is, I don't know. I don't know if he somehow sweet dicks them in their ear and fucking gets them to find a trade.
I think. Listen, there's a lot of interesting facets to fantasy, and one of them he's very good at, which you're talking about now. But you got to pry. When you play fantasy, you know who the rookies are. You know who the guys are. Gullible and weak, or just don't know what the fuck they're doing or whatnot. I mean, this league originated 15 years ago, but you still have bozos that are trading off their players when they have no business doing so. I mean, it's always a gamble. And the rules are the rules, Everyone has different rules. Casey was 30% draft and the rest is locked. And shut the fuck up. He takes advantage of opportunity and he pounces on the losers of this league. He pounces on the bottom 6 every fucking year. And then he creates this, if I'm not trading, then I'm behind the 8 ball. So then everyone else starts. I mean, he just ruins leagues, bro. David is a ruiner. David is a ruiner of leagues. Okay,
I don't know about that.
Love it. Oh, come on, bro. Listen,
I don't agree with that shit.
Listen,
I don't think he ruins the league. I think that I am all for transactions in the league. I think it's fun to have transactions in the league. In fact, I was notoriously bad at fucking trading. All right, and then I had a conversation with David, and he basically said, "Look, your trades need to benefit the other person. Okay, you send these fucking trades that are completely favored towards your fucking team. You don't care. You don't care about anybody else's shit, and nobody's gonna want to fucking trade with you. So the only way to get around that is you talk to him on the side, and you say, hey, give me the guy.
Sweet dick you. Let me sweet.
Suck your dick. Give you some free beer. In fact, I can pour that beer on your dick while I suck it.
Time out. Is that how David got the pick from Enrique?
Yes. That's exactly how.
What a dirty...
He gave him a couple of days off. He sucked his dick, and he probably ordered a fucking keg for him and a fucking kegerator. And that's why he has a kegerator at his house. Somebody go check his fucking house. He has a fucking kegerator, all right, with a fucking imprint of David's dick on the side. I guarantee you that shit's how it happened. David is a smart businessman, all right? It takes money to make money, and he knows that you make money with your fucking dick sucking skills.
Yeah. So Enrique.
Yeah. I mean, they call him the lengua for no reason. La lengua. Now la lengua has become the master. David was the teacher. Now the teacher has become the student because la lengua is the master.
I just think that David is, it's needed. How Casey's needed. He's needed. Like people bring a certain aspect of their game, and it makes it fun.
I'll tell you this, Casey taught me a couple of things. One, don't be too fucking goddamn down on your team immediately, because the motherfucker will fucking take advantage of you. He knows that it's a fucking marathon, not a sprint. In the beginning, that's what I didn't understand in fantasy football. I would be down on my guys. I had I could analyze talent well, but I wasn't patient. You're gonna go on 3 to 4 game skids where you're gonna feel like fuck shit. You may even go on a 7-game skid. It happened to me one year in Mandy's league. I don't know if you guys remember Mandy played with us one year.
That's the year I won.
Yeah. So fucking I lost 7 straight games, and I came back, won the rest of my fucking games. No, I'm talking about a different league. I won 7 straight. I lost 7 straight. I came back, won every single game after that to make it to the playoffs, and went and ran the table and won with a fucking 7-game opening losing streak. So you have to be consistent with your players. If you can improve your team, great. But believe in your fucking players. Don't sell them short too early. Sometimes you have to sell them because they're garbage. But you have to stick with the core. You have to. Remember the one time? The one time I fucking traded Vince Mushin Muhammad. Vince looked like a fucking genius, and he was garbage that year for me. Up through like what 6-7 games, I trade to him, and he blew up for like 14 fucking touchdowns that year.
Yeah.
That wouldn't have been helpful on my team. Shit.
Well,
All those things, man. All those things. Just now, I'm like,
when it comes to fantasy,
I remember that.
I think fantasy, when it comes for you, it's it's virtuous. You're still me. I've already plateaued, so I really feel like it's just getting getting ahead. First of all, I'm a two-headed monster. Okay, so back the fuck off. Let me get my rep Johnny on the fucking phone. He'll explain to you how to do things. But I just want to prove or point out that the reason why Vince is not playing in our league no more is because he just went ahead and said that he finally watched the first 4 episodes of Last Dance, and he stands by that LeBron is greater than Jordan.
Are you serious, Vince?
Yeah.
What the fuck's wrong with you, bro?
So I'm kind of glad he's not really in sports anymore, because if he was like handling his stocks like he does his sports, that guy would be bankrupt. That guy be homeless, trying to fucking.
That's exactly why you were number 2 in tennis at Columbus, and that fucking tiny hand, fucking blonde kid whooped your ass because of comments like that. I forgot his fucking name, Jason or some shit like that. Willis. I don't know what the fuck his name was, but that tiny-handed fucking blonde kid whooped your ass, and that's why you were number 2, and you will always be number 2 or 12.
It's okay to be average, guys. It's okay to be average.
Actually, and I'm a big proponent of not telling you that you're not average, Vince, but in this one, you're below average. You're subpar. You're subpar.
Don't ever,
subpar.
If I can go and delete that comment, I would. I just can't.
Yeah. Did he just fucking send that right now? I'm gonna fucking check.
Yeah, it was terrible. So
fucking loser, bro.
So honestly, I just feel like David, just for the championships and the trades, and people being active, in their leagues is always a good thing. It's always fun. It makes it more fun, especially for the people involved, as opposed to people who don't trade. So if you're in a league that everyone's trading, a lot more fun than people who don't. But then sometimes you get in the league that you don't know anybody, and they're trading like crazy, and you're like, what the fuck? This league sucks. So it really just depends, man.
I don't have a problem with people trading in the leagues. I like the fucking fact that people trade.
No, yeah, but some people like, especially when they don't know the people involved, so they think it might be cheating or collusion or whatever. Sometimes too much. I just think there has to be somewhat of a balance in a competitive league. Like, let's say we're playing $100,000 buy-in league, or.
Okay, that's a big difference. It's a big fucking difference.
Well, you're not gonna want all that moving around, especially when
I wouldn't mind. Listen, if I'm benefiting from that all that moving around, I have no fucking problem with it. Okay.
And that's what I was gonna get to. Because every time you do these trades, you never know how you're gonna end up. You end up selling a guy that, like you did, wasn't doing, and he blows up. You don't know that. So, my advice that I've learned from you guys is that trading, even though it might help you, it's like the stock market. You're gonna lose a lot too. You're better off picking your players, pick who you believe.
Yeah,
that's what I like about that.
That's a given, bro. The point is this.
Yeah.
Do you win more times than you lose on the trade? Like for example, last year, not the last year I won.
Suckers, you're going after suckers now.
Freaking not the last year I won. David gave me Dylan, Luck, and I don't know who the fuck else for shit. What the fuck is his name?
Dylan. How old?
This was not last year, but the year before. It was no man. Yeah, 1988.
Dylan. What
Dylan? Mixon. Sorry, my bad. Hey, 9%.
Whose fault is that? No, 9 plus 8 is 17.
Eat a dick, you cocksucker. Not Dylan. Mixon, Luck for what is his name? The Chargers wide receiver.
Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen. He gave me 2 for 1, and fucking that was the year that Luck fucking was tearing it up, and that was the year that fucking Mixon gave pretty good fucking performance. So I raped his ass on that fucking trade, you know. But normally David makes trades that benefit him more often. More often than not, he's winning that trade, right?
That's in this league. That's in this league.
Just so happens that this time he didn't.
Okay. So you're a proponent of trades. You like trade. You want to trade.
I do, and I want you guys to pay attention to one very important thing, and that's that number one here with these two titties.
Two titties.
Yeah, you don't see those titties? Weak.
What do you think? I don't know if. Oh,
Here, let me blow it up.
number one, baby.
There's the titties at.
That's awesome. There you go. I was gonna say, oh yeah, there you go. Just leave it at that. That works.
That's a symbol for her titties and for all our faces when she was in a bikini.
Wow. Yeah.
La lengua, bro. La lengua wasn't there, right? Was he there? I don't think so because lengua would have been like Wiley. Would have been like Wiley Coyote, like.
It's true.
God damn, that was a good draft. I remember walking into the fucking house and my dad going, "Oye, ¿y quién es esa muchacha?" I'm like, "Es la novia de Adri." He's like, "¿Pero qué está haciendo Adri? Que se la está, le está dando un polvito." And I'm like, "No, está como amigo." And he's like,
that or
and Adri, this sums up your fucking your thing here with Maria. He goes, "Qué clase maricón."
He's a real mastermind. He's don't get it twisted.
No, but he's got a good girl now. He's got the guac queen. The guac queen is a good fit for him, both physically, spiritually,
vegan.
Emotionally. You know, I'm happy for him.
Breathing exercises.
Adri, I'll give Adri some props, bro. The guy is resilient. He's a resilient little weed.
So let's talk. Do you want to end this note on the fantasy? You want to? Is there any way that our listeners may want to like talk about something else or let us know? Or I guess we should just do it.
You know what? I'm sure that we can ask them that question right now, and then they could give us some feedback once we post this puppy.
Okay, cool. So obviously we have 2021 draft. Is that kind of far ahead?
You mean the 2020 draft?
No, 2021.
As in NFL 2021?
Yeah, let's be optimistic. I'm optimistic. I say we talk
about
that
all right, you're gonna tell me the first round talent of the 2021 draft.
I mean, are we talking about the NFL or fantasy? I could do both.
I can't do the fucking NFL one because I have no idea.
Okay. Well, when you're ready, we'll do that.
Who's the number one pick next year? Let's see if you're right.
Number one, Lawrence. You talking about rookie draft? Clemson. Easy.
I don't know, man. A lot of shit changes. I wouldn't want to fucking go that. I don't want to touch that subject. Who's your top? If the season happens, who's your top pick next year?
Redraft. I get it. We can do redraft.
Who's your top pick next year? If you were gonna start a dynasty first year, who's your pick? If you were gonna start a
this
redraft,
year or next year?
Who's your pick?
This year or next
year? This coming year, genius.
Well, if you're talking about redraft, if you're talking about rookies, depends on who I have on my team.
Okay. Well, I'm going Barkley. And you know why?
Talk to me.
C-Mac's definitely a top 2 pick. But I think that the change of coaching, I'm not too thrilled with. I don't think that
Baylor.
No, I don't. I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of Bridgewater. I don't think he's gonna fucking be that great in the beginning. I mean, they have good skill position players in the wide receivers. I like what's his face? Damn, This goddamn beer.
That's
Erases
why.
my
That's
goddamn.
why you listen to me. Listen to him. Listen to me. He doesn't know what he's
It's called the ADD guy.
doing. No, Barry. You see how he put his name number 2 or 3? I can't even see. Yeah, number 2. Come on, of course. He lives in this fantasy world. Woo.
Listen, the day that you stop calling yourself Mush, I'll move you up to number 4.
There's a reason I call myself Mush.
Yeah, because you're a mushy little hoe.
The real Mush here is Enrique. Ah.
Well, on
Fucking
that note, I
jinx.
think we're done, and we're gonna fucking. How long is this fucking podcast? I think we've been on for a while.
Yeah. Well, we can clip it up, and then basically we'll
You know
set
what?
it in segment. We can do segment it off.
Holy shit! It's an hour and 30 minutes long, Ian.
That's usually how it takes, brother. That's
Holy shit.
Listen. I think we did great. It was a good
I
show.
highly,
It's gonna
I
get
highly
better.
doubt
Let's keep
anybody's
doing
gonna
it,
get
brother.
past 30 minutes on this thing, let alone 15.
We gotta
Let
segment
alone
it off. Just
15.
like Listen, Joe Rose does a 4 hours. I like Joe Rose, but he clips it. He clips it 15 minutes, so we can just clip it off.
Are you gonna clip it? Because I'm not gonna clip it.
Ah,
Let these motherfuckers suffer.
eventually we'll clip it. All right, love you guys.
No, fuck you
Yeah.
guys.
3 beers? No, 3 nuts and a beer. I've had too many beers. Love you. We're out,
Too
brother.
many. Bye.
All right, brother. See you next time.